Hi, Monty. Really nice to see you. And we've tried to do this a few times.
Yeah,
So I really appreciate your patience with me and
of
my lack
course.
of my lack of Zoom knowledge. But anyway, I'm really pleased to have you here, and basically because it really helps me and it helps other people to understand a little bit about IEMT, integral eye movement therapy. So I just wanted to ask you firstly, how did you hear about me and how did you know anything about IEMT before the session?
So I didn't know anything about IEMT. I'd never heard of it. And when my mum sort of first came to me and said that you can do this, I was like, sounds a little bit like witchcraft to me. But after we started the first meeting, I sort of got the hang of it and it was great. But I heard of you through my mum's cousin who had had IEMT done with you because she got attacked by a dog. And that's how I was put in contact with you.
That's right, yeah. So I worked with your mum's cousin, and she'd actually had quite a bad dog attack. And we'd worked on that, and it was very successful for her. So that was great. And also, obviously, because of your age, we obviously had to have your mum's permission to do the session. So, yeah, that's how we met in the first place. And just tell me a little bit about your what issues you brought to the session.
So I first off had an issue with needles. I was really scared of them from a bad experience when I was very young. And then I had a second one that came up when I broke my leg, a bit of like trauma from that, I guess.
Yeah, because I think when you first came to see me, I remember your mum saying after the session that it was a shame we wouldn't be able to test it because you'd had all your vaccinations and you weren't due anymore. And then you had an accident where you got pushed over and you broke your foot, didn't you?
Yeah,
Which led you to then having to go to hospital and to have injections. So we got tested quite quickly, didn't it?
yeah. And it went well. I can't remember much from that because it was quite a while back, but all I can remember is I was a lot better than I thought I would be with the needles. And then recently as well, I had to have another blood test, same thing related to the ankle. And I was really good with it, even though my parents weren't there. It was great.
Yeah, so because you had to go to hospital in the evening at night by yourself and have needles put in. And how did you find that?
I went into there thinking this is going to be awful. I'm going to make an embarrassment of myself. And I went in there with mum and dad on FaceTime on my phone, and I had a nurse next to me, and they put the needle in, and I was like, it's not that bad. What am I, why am I panicking? And I don't know where I'd be without the IMT, but definitely not there.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm so glad you had a great result, especially because you then had to, test it out quite a lot. So
Yeah.
it's great that you had a good result. Um, and just what did you think of the sessions, just quickly?
It was a bit weird at first with the whole side side up down. But then I sort of found it quite relaxing and calming. I love that aspect of it, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's quite a calming experience. A lot of people say that, and quite often they'll go home and have a really good night's sleep after the session. So my last thing basically is if you could describe one word of describing how you felt before the session, and one word to describe how you felt after the session.
For the session, I'd say terrified. And afterwards, I'd say contented.
Ah, brilliant. Well, I'm so glad it, all worked out for you. And, I really hope your foot is okay. And thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. I know you're busy. And great to see you. Thank you, Monty.
See. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.